I actually read somewhere that yesterday being the 26th of what's this? The 26th of June was illicit drugs.
International,
Yes,
drug.
International Illicit Drugs Awareness Day. So may you kindly tell me more about that?
Basically, it's about also when we talk about illicit drug. That's where we talk about those drugs that are not legal, those drugs that are very dangerous, drugs that are everywhere, most on the street already as we speak. So on that day, we take a moment or a day whereby we educate about those drugs and their consequences, and we also partner with relevant stakeholders to come, and I'm very passionate about everything that has to do with SANCA and its campaigns or outreach or their programs. Normally every year I make sure that when it comes to SANCA week, I must do something for the community, right? It's not about having a budget to buy them refreshment or something. Even though I don't have anything on the table, I will make sure that I celebrate SANCA week. It doesn't go unnoticed, because it means that I'll be failing myself and the organization.
I give a digital round of applause to Save the Children in South Africa, whom they're the ones that are funding our podcast. So a huge shout out to them, and a huge shout out to our subscribers. Yes, give me the round of applause. Don't worry, keep the camera that time. Can you see the screen? Okay, so subscribed, notification bell, it's on. So now whatever we post, you'll be able to see.
Then I have to get in.
Yes, and that's how all of us actually become work in coalition with one another. We'll start by having conversation, then I'll introduce everything.
Okay.
Okay. So interesting fact. I actually read somewhere that yesterday being the 26th of what's this? The 26th of June was illicit drugs.
International,
Yes,
drug.
International Illicit Drugs Awareness Day. So may you kindly tell me more about that?
Basically, it's about also when we talk about illicit drug. That's where we talk about those drugs that are not legal, those drugs that are very dangerous, drugs that are everywhere, most on the street already as we speak. So on that day, we take a moment or a day whereby we educate about those drugs and their consequences, and we also partner with relevant stakeholders to come and also address the issue of how can I put it, like when they arrest someone with drugs, how what are the, I don't know what is the right words to use, but everything, it has consequences. When it comes to law, that person should be arrested because they're selling something that is dangerous, something that is illegal to the community or to the kids. So that means law enforcement must do their part, and we partner with them, and they do their awareness as how they go about it in terms of arresting that person.
Okay, that is very very interesting, and it's actually a very very good thing, being that currently as young people, as many as we are the ones that are busy abusing those substances. Yes,
true.
So I know you might be wondering, Kotagu, who is this? What am I watching? Well, as you know, YouTube page only to find that Jara Kamavutani is here, and today I'm not alone. I'm rolling with the one, the only, our own community member on the ground. Can you please give your digital hands for old Tebogo Somo, and she will tell you what is it that she does. So Tebogo, over to you.
Okay, thank you so much for having me today. Yes, as he has said, I'm Tebogo Somo. I work for SANCA Central Rent in Alex. We are based at number 45, 8th Avenue, Hofmeyer. I'm a community development worker whereby I'm responsible for community outreach, awareness campaign, school talk, community events. I've partnered with relevant stakeholders in Alex. Basically, I work with everyone. I don't work alone. And I also have a team of volunteers whereby we go together and do the educational talk actually everywhere in Alex or even outside Alex, because we have different partners, we get different invites. So if there's a need that we should go out, we go out and do join other people to do their community outreach.
That is nice. So being that you're everywhere, it means that you guys are oxygen. Hey, guys are everywhere.
we are, especially Region E, it's ours. So we partner with everyone under Region E.
Yeah, definitely, and that is a very, very nice thing. So there's a post which I saw on the SANCA social media platforms about like the last week of June being SANCA Awareness
SANCA Week.
Yes, SANCA Week.
Okay.
And the good thing is that we just said like a nice Nyana campaign actually like before this. If you're tuning in, the pictures that you will see at the end, they're from today's campaign. So the question is, if you missed out, you need to be here. Like, need to keep up with the time. So like, can you like tell me like what is happening today, and like give an insight to someone who like today Angar Kon.
Oh, okay. You know, as a SANCA worker, you know, I'm very passionate about everything that has to do with SANCA and its campaigns or outreach or their programs. Normally, every year, I make sure that when it comes to SANCA Week, I must do something for the community, right? It's not about having a budget to buy them refreshment or something. Even though I don't have anything on the table, I will make sure that I celebrate SANCA Week. It doesn't go unnoticed, because it means that I'll be failing myself and the organization. So basically today, it was about substance abuse and health awareness campaign. This year, 2024, I've partnered with Department of Health just to say, you know, yes, I get it. It's my responsibility to do educational talk, educate and educate. How about I add Department of Health, which will bring a different element into the awareness. They came with their services like HIV testing, BP, and what else? Sugar diabetes. Like they were doing all those kind of tests, issuing out ama condoms to the young ones and educating them. You know, so everything came together as one. So our stakeholders came in numbers, they supported. What I've loved is that the community came just to see and find out what is happening. We got to educate them, and at the same time they managed to go and get the services. Because we have people that are lazy to go to the clinic, right? What they did today, like everything was under one roof. I call it #information corner for a reason. To say, this is what is happening currently. So people came, they went to different stakeholders, they received different information, they went home with pamphlets. I'm glad that youth came in numbers, and they will inform other youth.
Yeah, you know, like my next question was like, how was the turnout for this like wonderful event? Like how was the turnout?
Today I'm impressed. Today the turnout was great. It was unexpected at some point. You know, sometimes we plan and people, they don't come. Youth doesn't come. Only elders come. And sometimes how plan you know actually my plan were based for youth, not for elderly. But today it was different. Youth came in numbers, even elderly, but I was impressed with the youth because I also saw few learners from grade 12. They came from their studies. As we know that they are there at schools, they came, they got a message to say, SANCA has something, go and support. They came. Okay.
A very, very huge shout out to the class of 2024.
Yes,
2024. Huge shout out to them, eh?
2024.
Like, yeah, you guys actually like doing the most. Because, like, I keep on emphasizing that, like with services, right?
Yeah.
We need to, like, use them. We need to use the services because these services are actually for you.
Yeah. You know, you are correct because last week I remember I was on leave. As I was listening to another radio station while I was at home during my leave days. You know, people called to the station to say, guys, we need services. We lack people who can just come and battle test, battle for information. I was like, wow. Remember, I was outside Gauteng province. So I'm talking about people they don't have these privileges, whereby at any time when they walk around, there's the walk at the corner with no. They don't have such privileges. So people were crying out to say, can we have people come here by the campaign awareness? Can we have people to come and educate us? Because the topic last week, it was about the numbers that are rising due to HIV infections. So people were raising valid points to say, no guys, have mobile clinic. They must come to our areas. And I was thinking to myself, this is what we do on a daily basis, guys. And they tend to take us for granted, unfortunately. Not everyone is taking us seriously as they're supposed to, but I just hope today they have learned something. Or no, next time when I see stakeholders together working somewhere, organizing something, they must come and see.
Yeah, like speaking of stakeholders which deserve a huge round of applause, can we kindly give a digital round of applause to Save the Children in South Africa, whom they're the ones that are funding our podcast. So a huge shout out to them, and a huge shout out to our subscribers. Yes, give me the round of applause.
Yes. We are going somewhere.
Yes, like definitely, and like while we were outside, right? I ran into this child. She was like, wait, so you guys like actually like know the personal level? I was like, yes, I do. So she was like, no, but then like she looks so young. So yes, so like, looks so young. So yeah.
Hey, I'm a mother, Luna. Hey, I'm a mother.
See? She's our mother, this one. So like
I get that all the
like
time.
yes, like what can you say to like a young person who's actually like interested in like the business that you are currently doing? Yeah, in terms of like them like being part of the business, because there's a saying that you're always saying, you see, here is not nice. Like here, like you need to have the heart for it. Because you can't just wake up, go like, you know what, I want to be into advocacy, like soft life, it's nice. It's not nice.
Yes.
So like what can you say to like to that one person at home, like that one child goes to it, I was like, you know what, like I love what Tebogo does, and like I hope that in the next 5 to 10 years I can become the next Tebogo.
You know what, thank you for the compliment. You know, I must say it is not easy, and it goes back to passion. Are you passionate about this community? You know, because once you start to do this kind of work, it means now there are ways of doing things, how to run things, and also to partner with people. Now you are opening yourself to other people's ideas and how they run things. But at the end of the day, don't forget why you are doing into ESO. Why born? And then another thing, you know, I've went through a lot of things personally. And then I made that choice, those things will not destroy me. That is why someone might be surprised with how I thought. I get that all the time. It's just it got to a point whereby I make a personal decision to say, you know, this happened, these things did happen to me, but I need to have a way forward to say from today, how am I going to improve my life, and how am I going to touch the next person's life. It is very important. That is why if you can notice, I always make sure health is there whenever I do something to educate that young girl, that young boy to about the teenage pregnancy, STIs, those little things, body GBV. I'm very passionate about those things, because if we don't do anything about those things, it will destroy our next generation, future generation in South Africa. It is at risk, because there's this one child somewhere wants to belong to a certain group. Now that person must, give in to that group to say, okay, kitla tsuba, kitla jola, even though concluding barring, don't do this. But the friends they are singing a different tune. Obviously, that child, if she's not strong enough, eventually she will give in. It's one I always compare substance abuse with teenage pregnancy, with GBV. That if we don't do anything, guys, our kids will fall for anything. So now, banaba, we are everywhere, more Alex. We are everywhere. By school request, we are there to say, come and see these kids. We go there, and then again, we also check what is the problem, Koskolo. Is it substance? Is it bullying? Is it crime? Is it GBV? Is it Ntoninton? Then I will know for which stakeholder must take to Koskolo with, actually. I don't just rock up. Hakili Koskolong, I only handle the substance abuse only. I have nothing to say, bullying. Yes, I can advise from a personal level, but I don't know much. But when you ask me about SANCA, drugs I can do that, because it is my line of work. This is what I do, this is what I understand. So it takes passion. If anyone is listening out there, it's a community work, social work, psychology, counseling, it within you, and then you're passionate about it. It's difficult to it's difficult.
People are difficult.
Yeah, it's difficult. I was saying to the other person, more really busy ka awareness. Like, they were impressed. I said, guys, do you know that we have areas where if we can come up and set up bakar putando ufunanla, and they look at me as if I'm saying, guys, there are people who appreciate this kind of things. There are people that are pushing their own agenda in the community to say, we don't want to see this. Babatlang, they are not helping. Because remember, Renale, diskiminyana. Say, then you get to their area, they will chase you out. That is why today I was so happy and impressed to say, Shem, our awareness went very well.
Like, that is...
And big ups to those who showed up.
Hey, shout out to you guys, eh?
Yeah.
Huge shout out. Now that we are speaking about people like working together, and
true.
There's something I forgot to tell our viewers and our listeners, to the ones that will be listening without watching the video. Is that you must like, you must comment, you must subscribe.
Ne?
You must subscribe. Like contents like this, it's very, very vital to like to everyone, basically. So you subscribing is basically you being part of the Child Human Rights Defenders journey. And who knows, might be the next me.
Yes.
You don't know.
Yeah, you know, Charlie. Yeah.
So yeah, hey, people will forgive me, guys. This sun is too hot. I should have worn my sunglasses. Hey. Yeah. So like with regards to the whole substance abuse department, being that like that is what you are working with, and like majority of my generation, I won't lie.
Yeah.
We abuse substances.
Yeah, sure.
Like yes, people use substances, but then we tend to like go overboard.
Sure.
With with like the usage of substances, right?
Yeah, I can it.
Yes. So like and so like that thing, like usually whenever people use substances, like they just think like, okay, sharp, I'm not feeling well. Like I'm feeling a bit under the weather now, so let me use this, I'll feel fine, right?
Yeah.
But then they never really like thought like how does that affect their family
Sure.
and their family background. Like today with my visit at SANCA, I saw a parent who brought their child along to rehab. They're like, no, it's like
They had enough.
like they had enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
So can you like from your own observations, like throughout the whole years as SANCA, like what usually happens, like how are parents like negatively affected by what we do?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, unfortunately.
And as a parent as well.
You know, unfortunately, families are falling apart due to the use of drugs and alcohol, the abuse. Yeah, people are falling apart, people are losing their lives. You know, now it's winter time. I'm worried that someone might die due to drug abuse. Remember, we are talking, some of them are living on the street. Look how cold it is. Now, you know, when it gets colder and colder, what do? They have to get the drug, they rely on the drug. I can remember the drugs, they differ. Only the downers, only the stimulants, I can only the inhalants, hallucinogens. So their effects differ. Then that somebody over to energizer, emofa energy. You understand? Energy im create like like he start running around. If that drug wears off, what would happen? And that might lead to
Can I interrupt you for a second?
overdose.
Like speaking of what's this? Stimulants,
Yeah.
I actually had Monster on my way here. So should I be worried? Like I had energy drink on my way. Should I be worried?
You know.
But like caffeine, like it's like it's that thing that like drives like majority of everyone.
Yeah. Yanu. Akere yanu. Kolomo ubua ka energy drink.
Yes.
How often do you drink energy drink? Pala, there's a difference. When you had awareness campaign today, you wanted to energize yourself, you wanted to give yourself an energy. I don't think after this interview you'll go and drink 6 or even take 1 or 2 after this. At the end of the day, you must know that it is unhealthy. That is why coming on Monday, you'll be feeling like the whole world is on top of your shoulder, because now your body says to you something's not balancing. One energizer, how ning ning, when it suits you, you are taking the downers. Melo yeshe, melo lal. Some, it goes to a point whereby they are taking sleeping pills because energize it the whole week. Ecstasy, crystal meth, umol. Now you have to go to work. What's the solution? Anglali, you know, I have assignment to do on Monday. My boss will be on my case. Remember, people lose jobs because on Mondays they are not at work due to this kind of behavior. So, understand that the camera didn't add.
Yeah.
Danger. Who abuse the energy drink, quotes. Or abuse the substance, it's like quotes. So we need to balance. I need that to addiction. It's like processing your addiction. You start by experimenting, enjoying. Okay, this is normal. I can control this. As time goes by, what happens? Addiction on a higher level.
Falling. Then all of a sudden it's chai.
Yeah. That is why most of the people have a use the drugs. We don't see them. They think, oh, this thing is under control. He's using. Uyemsebenzini, uyafunda, there are no indications whatsoever, no signs. Arivon and Rugatili. No, nothing. You know, the whole time Alex doing my outreaches, I met somebody, a clean somebody. Even today he's clean. I remember my sister in my days when I used to take these things. You won't see anything. He's very clean. I used to smoke 1, 2, 3, 4. Nekiako CJC. I was living with my parents. They never suspected anything. Gita. Don't be fooled, Barry. They don't eat these people, abagez. No. Uteng somebody who's doing what I'm saying. He goes to a private school. He's from a good family. His parents, they don't see anything because they make sure that they cover their tracks. But unfortunately, there will be at a time whereby things fall apart. Someone will pick something. But I know that parents, they tend to be in denial. Maybe someone from outside might see you or see that person go guy.
You know, like, I'm loving the aspect that you're saying that some parents might be in denial, right? So I will, like, just the fact that right now there is a parent who is concerned about their child that they might be using substances.
Yeah,
and
sure.
And they are not really sure how to like go about with the situation. So like, what kind of like behavioral changes should like the parent look out for?
Okay.
Like for them to actually like be like legit worried that, you know what, like Mwananga right now is not doing things.
You know, behavior. Ne? Behavior is a malili enganyana bo aggressiveness nyana, bo moody nyana, sleeping patterns, like uyamtshela uyakutshela, like common sense yakhe, it's like it's no longer like it doesn't make sense. Everything changes. Loss of interest yempilo. Hanging out with family, he prefers to stay with them. Those are red flags. And then if friendships zakhe, you monitor friendship wakhe. Okay, he's no longer friends with, suddenly he's friends with somebody guy. You need to be worried for what happened between, you know. And then look at parents must monitor when it comes to anything to do with school. They must monitor everything. Assignment project, incwadi, check school back sangwana, check. Okay. Don't rely for security in school to say they're doing the job. No, do that. Be your own security, Mondlu. Not overdoing things.
Okay. Because that was my problem. Like,
no. Okay. Parents must know the limits. Or no, too much.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
When as a parent. Alright. No, I'm out of line.
Okay. Yeah. Because I like back in my high school days, I had a saga. So I get like usually like I'm a very, very hyper person.
Okay.
Minus the energy drinks and all. I'm like naturally hyper. So like they said that I was using, and then it came to the point where like my parents had to be called at the school saying that he's not. And actually like me being the person I am, I can actually speak for myself. If you come and tell me things that I'm against, I'll tell you that. This I'm not doing.
I'm not surprised because Lina, before knowing you, Lina was confused actually. I was really confused. You know why you know, I even today I still do school programs, right? I know there are kids out there after work. They won't speak to me. They don't even approach me. When I come this direction, they rather go another direction. All my life, it's rare. Get these ones. But Takata Luna, they will never, especially when they started to drink, started mijolo. They don't come to me like that. But one time after so many years not seeing you, you managed to come up and say, you know, I was like,
okay, so like just to give you guys a bit of background, you know what happened? So when I was in primary school, I think it was grade 6, if not grade 7. She was like part of the Kimoja team, which actually like came to school, and then they gave us like drug awareness and actually a training. I have the certificate with me at home. Unfortunately, I don't bring it with me today. It's even written marking pen.
Muhluri Nkuna.
Yes, it's written Muhluri Nkuna, and the marking pen they fail. So you don't write Muhluri, and the Muhluri is not Muhluri, and it's not Muhluri. It's not H. So I see her. It's fine. Grade 6, grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, we lose contact. 10, 11, grade 12, we're doing what is this? Career guidance. And so she's there doing giving awareness. So like I was sitting next to my former classmates, being that I'm done with my track. Former classmate, like Chief, I'm like, do you know her? He's like, no, I don't. But then she looks very, very familiar. So like me and my classmate, we attended the same the same primary school. Yeah. But then she was a grade higher than I was. Oh, okay. So like Nale and I, like we've always been close from primary. Okay. So I'm like, do you know her? She's like, yeah, she looks familiar, but I don't meet. It's fine. So what happens is like that session ends, and then I was like, no man, like I've this thing out like Vela with names. I tell me a name now, I'll forget. Yeah. But you see with the face, a face I'll never forget. So 5 minutes later, I approach her. I'm like, do you remember me? She's like, no, I don't. And that time she looked very, very tired. So so what happened is like, like she was speaking, and then someone frustrated her. So like she has this thing of like when she gets mad, she'll just like look you dead in the eyes and like, you'll actually be intimidated. So I'm like, hi sister, she's like, hi. I'm like, do you remember me? Remember you from where? So I'm like, no, like I think you came to my primary school when I think it was 2016, like 2016 or 2017. She's like, and then she looks at me like have you seen how like Facebook loads when there is no internet? She's like, oh, yeah. I remember your class, but then I don't remember. I don't remember you specifically, being that I work with a lot of people. And then like from there we just she exchanged numbers. Then no, yeah.
You know, funny thing, yeah. As you were busy working, someone said, no, there's a lady invited. I know her from another school, so like he cancel her school. No. So I like, I'm happy to see you. I said to her, I know by now you understand me, right? I know you'll be all over waking. Then somebody responded, you know this lady. The first time I got so offended because I understand because barna give well 2 minutes sing up.
2 minutes noodles.
I can organize. I have to make everything. I have to check everything that everything is in order or what. I must also welcome other stakeholders. So 7 twice. Okay, you start the conversation with her, she will leave you hanging and come back and finish it later. That's how Tebogo she is. And I was like, really guys, we know we can share more for 10 minutes after hour. Am I that bad? But someone said to you, I used to feel offended. And she like so, but I understood later. I demands her a lot. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you.
I feel like with the what we do and like you actually like being able to like leave and come back after 30 minutes. There's a saying which like my physics teacher, Sir David, that he taught me when I was in grade 12. He said that if you're working, you work. If you're playing, you play. You never mix the two. This is why you can see me when I want to play. I find myself at a table dancing. Nothing is happening. Yeah. But then when I'm working, I'm working.
True.
Yeah. So yeah, like it just comes with the space. You know, like I'm actually being distracted by that sound. Unfortunately, like we live in Alex. There's nothing we can do about it. Yeah. Like today was very, very interesting, very, very nice.
Yeah.
So like as last words, right? What can you say to like that child like they're thinking of using substances,
Sure.
or they're already using substances, but they know. Okay, let's just put it like this, being that like our generation is the one that's they're using substances, and they're saying that okay, I am using, just because I'm using doesn't mean using I abuse.
Yeah.
So like, what can you actually like say to them?
Okay. You know, for someone who's listening right now, who's having those thoughts to say, ish, this is my friend, I can rely on this drug, you need to come forward, you need to get help as soon as possible. Because my thing is that I always tell people, no one is born as an addict. You start by playing, you start by experimenting, you start taking that drug as your friend, as your coping mechanism. As time goes on, things get out of hand. That's why I always tell parents, don't come to us when it's late. Come to us as soon as you see signs, as soon as you see changes, as soon as you see red flags, please come forward. And then to the young ones out there, drugs are not the solution, alcohol is not the solution, problems will be forever there. Rather, come out, speak to someone. If it doesn't relate to SANCA, I know who to refer you to. That's why I said in the beginning, I work with different people. That means I'll be able to link you to the right person. Using drugs, whether publicly or privately, it is gonna affect them khanyane. When we grew up, we used to have the door of us becoming teachers. Back in my days, it's either ki teacher or ki nurse or ki police. Three things. And I'm glad to worry the takatsaka, most of them they are. They follow the door tsa bona. And I'm encouraged the young today, they shouldn't let what is happening currently in South Africa to detect their future to a point whereby saying, hey, you know what, ngiyapuza kuyafana. This kuyafana, I don't understand it, guys. I'm very sorry. Kuyafana, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Because my life and with yours and another person's life who's next to you right now, you are not the same. Our destiny is not the same. That means we have a different journey in life. People need to stand up. We need to get help wherever we can. We need to come forward. Ronaritheng in Alex, you come to us, we'll refer to the right people. If it's not substance, if it's family matters, personal things, we know where to refer to.
Definitely. And like, now that you speak about parents being concerned, right? How about when like a child is concerned about their parents? Being that, like, I remember like there's a story that they once told me, of this child. I think that was 6 or 7 years old, right?
Oh, okay.
So he was having conversation with one of my facilitators, whom I won't mention their name here.
Sure.
So what happened? Got like they were engaging, like, you know how we usually like engage with children, right? So the question was, if you were to change something, what would you change? And then the child was like, the one thing that I would change was I would remove alcohol, and specifically Light ne Savannah. So the following question, the follow-up question was like, wait, why would you want to remove Savannah and Light? That child was like, Baba Upuz Light, Mama Upuz Savannah. So these people, they leave over like the weekend by Monday, and they'll leave me with my baby sister.
Wow.
Mind you, I'm only 9 years old. I must cook, I must clean, I must do all of this, and I must also keep up with school. For like, just to make sure that like when I is safe, is protected. And mind you, like, I'm only a child and living in Alex, like, we know that Alex is not very, very safe.
Sure. So
like, I'm also concerned about like my safety. Like, what if someone were to enter into the house while my parents are out grooving? And another thing which happens, like, she went forward and said that like, yes, they do all of that, but then when they come back in the morning, they can come back home at 3 and then they start to fight.
Amen.
In front of
Them.
us.
Okay.
So like, what can you say to like a child who's concerned about like the well-being of their parents, being that like the one thing that we love to promote as child human rights defenders is child participation.
Yeah, I will advise the child, ne? To say, Koskolong, we all have favorite educators, ne? The one that you are so comfortable with, the one that you can open up to with anything, regardless of how painful it is or how shameful it is. I will tell the child, worry, as soon as Dikolo Dibula, she must go to his or her teacher to inform him or her about the situation of what is happening. Currently, as we speak, most of the schools banner social workers or school counselors. So those people must make an effort to write referral letters or request letters. They must write the request letters, or they must go and do house visit out of the blue. They don't have to make arrangement with the parents. Obviously, on that day they will be sober. I get it. They won't buy alcohol and bring it to the house. No. So such things can be organized. Let's go and do unannounced visits and see what is happening. Ne? Might be during the week, might be over the weekend. So that banaba because this might get out of it. It is winter currently as we speak. Currently we're faced with gas explosions. Gas explodes left and right. Momokasimo. What if those kids, they end up in such an incident? So someone must teach them the lesson. If the school doesn't request them formally by a letter, they must arrange social workers to go there unannounced and go and observe the situation. I wish they have social workers back a weekend. Because I think maybe that's a weekend. They must go assess the situation, write the report, and then they take it to the school. And then they take this case further. We have Kids Clinic. Someone must step in before it gets out of hand. And then that's how those parents will go and get help. And another concerning factor, it is how these two are being advertised on the TV. These are not just any adverts. Like you can see that the people that are doing these adverts, they take time. They take time to create those adverts. These are not just a TV advert. You understand? They know how to entice. They know how to sell this product to people out there. So we need to, as much as how they do things, how they up their game. That means even us, we must up their game. Someone must help that child. Raise the follow up, reach out to the school by informing social worker. Social worker, they must go there. Yeah, that's how we can handle the situation. Yeah,
definitely. So, like it's very pointless for you to. It's a minor problem. Being that by you keeping quiet, you're just like putting baggage on top of another baggage and then baggage on top of another baggage. Then what if that dustbin gets full? Now it's like a dustbin. If you keep on putting trash, it gets full eventually. And so like whatever chance you get, just offload, man. Like everyone is here for you. If needs be, you can like hit us up, like us as the child human rights defenders. Just go to the page, like just on one of the comments, just type a comment, because like, guys, I need help with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll drop you a social media platform, or we can send you our email address, and then from there, like, we can sit down and engage. Being that I keep on emphasizing that like young people are not the leaders of tomorrow, but the leaders of now.
Yeah. They shouldn't wait for tomorrow.
Don't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow never comes. It's like when your mother borrows borrows money from you, you go like, "Mommy, I want my man, but I'll get it tomorrow." Tomorrow will be tomorrow. You'll never see that money again. You'll never.
Yeah.
You see? So like whatever you're going through, just like hit us up, reach out for help. Like stakeholders are here for you. Stakeholders are here to assist you. And yeah, it's been a very, very long day. Friday today, it's a month, and man, I'm tired. I think the energy drink is wearing off now. It's wearing off.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it's been nice having you here.
Thank you so much.
I really wish that we do this again.
Sure, anytime.
Yeah. So
Just gonna organize.
yes. Any last words?
Last words. Thank you for having me in your show, and I also like to extend my gratitude to the community. They came in numbers, and also to the stakeholders. They came, they supported. We worked together as a team for the sake of this community, and I appreciate all of you guys. I really, really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. To the young ones and youth, please take care of yourself, guys.
Okay, so here on the Child Human Rights Defenders, we're starting a new tradition. It's called a subscribe-a-thon, right?
Okay.
So, I can see your phone is on the table. Do you have that?
No, I don't. It's only WhatsApp.
Go hotspot.
Oh, okay.
So what's also going to happen is that I will hotspot you, you connect to my Wi-Fi, and then you subscribe to the channel because you must lead by example.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Then you have to show me how to go about it then.
What? It's fine.
Okay.
You see? Mother the son, on person.
I wanted to delete something. Space saga.
Don't worry about space. All right.
Transfer fast for
Okay. So yeah, but it's like as I'm doing this, like what have been like your highlights with like working SANCA, like throughout your whole years of working there, like what highlights have you had, like
you know,
like apart from meeting me after many years?
You know what the good thing about this work, guys, you get education, information, you know, everywhere you go. We get to get invites for the training, for the workshop. Hey, Batong, people are educating us out there. Abantu bayasi empower. They don't say people invite us to their workshops. I've learned a lot throughout the year. I've met so many people, you know, I've met friendly people, welcoming people. I think I've grown. I'm no longer the same as I've started. I came in as a volunteer and I pushed to where I am today. So I'm happy. I've won awards because of the program. You know, I've done a lot. I can't even remember some of the details, but I know once upon a time in my life, I won an award Yakimoja. It was a national coach. I was top 3. You know, years later, a year or 2, I won coordinators award. I took number 3. So yeah, my coaches, former coaches, they left me with awards. They did their part. You know, some of my coaches or volunteers, they are working very nicely. I've mentored them so much. They've learned something from me as batch, or as we part ways. They've told me, I've learned so much from you. You know, they appreciate what I do. Same goes to some people out there. They really appreciate what they do. That's why we work together. I'm happy as we speak. I'm happy. Yeah.
Right. So being that you're happy, let me just verify this. Cameraman, can you see this? Can you see the screen? Or should I turn up the brightness?
I go hold the camera.
Don't worry. It's super camera that one. Can you see the screen? Okay. So, subscribed. Notification bell. It's on. So now whatever we post, you'll be able to see.
Then I have to get in.
Yes, and that's how all of us actually like become like work in coalition with one another.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Ke a leboga, ke a leboga, ke a leboga.
And yeah, like genuinely, it's been nice being with you here.
Okay.
Nice chill day.
Sure.
Yeah, everything was just amazed, and like honestly, like from the bottom of our heart, we also like learned the most from you. Like I personally have learned the
And
most from you.
I've met Casimiro.
Shout out to the cameraman.
Man,
Yeah, so yeah, like with majority of like see now. Okay, so like this fly also wants to learn from you too.
Yeah.
So yeah, with majority of our team, all of us have learned the most from you and the work that you do. So just shout out and keep it up. Yeah, and
Thank you.
on that note, it's been the Child Human Rights Defenders.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, ke a leboga.
prop.
Ke a leboga.